Fans of the Fab Four have been flocking to Austin this summer to check out a special exhibit honoring the world's most famous band.
Yes, a North Dallas Beatles collector, I should say, has helped make it possible by lending some of his most valuable artifacts. Dan Godwin takes a look in tonight's Fox Forward.
It's been more than half a century since four young musicians from Liverpool, England invaded America, and John, Paul, George, and Ringo can still draw a crowd. The band's timeless appeal is on display at the LBJ Presidential Library in Austin. The exhibit is called Ladies and Gentlemen, the Beatles. More than 400 rare objects, artifacts, interactive features help tell the story of when the Beatles first landed in the U.S. to when they stopped touring about 2 years later. It's a joint effort of the Grammy Museum and some noted Beatles collectors, including Mark Nabishek, who lives in North Dallas. He's loaned out some really interesting items. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, thanks a lot, Dan.
The good news is there's still plenty of time to see the exhibit. Runs through mid-January. You were there for the opening in mid-June, and the crowds really exceeded expectations.
Oh, I was there at 9:15 in the morning, and the line had to be about a half a mile long, and that's not an exaggeration, out the front door, across the plaza in front of the library. And the line didn't let up all day long. I kept going outside to look, and the line was 2.5 hour wait all day long. They had to cut it off at one point.
And since then, again, some very big crowds.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to talk about some of the items that you specifically have loaned, including the set list, handwritten from their very first U.S. concert, Washington, D.C., 12 songs on hotel stationery, all of them written by John Lennon, the titles to kind of help the band know what song is next.
Absolutely. That's the set list from the first concert they ever played in this country, which was at the Washington Coliseum on February 11th, 1964, which was 2 days after their Sullivan debut.
Yeah, if you look at film of that concert, you can see Paul McCartney at one point reach into his jacket pocket, unfold it, put it down so the other band members can kind of tell what the songs are. Also, an item of local interest, a piece of stationery from the old Cabana Hotel in Dallas, signed by all four Beatles when they were in town for their concert here in 1964.
Right. They signed it in their hotel room for the fan club president, and who also got Brian Epstein to sign the piece of paper. So it's pretty unusual to get all four Beatles plus the manager on a piece of paper.
Another part of the exhibit, again, that you have loaned, items from before the band was famous, and they help tell an important part of the story.
Oh, yeah. The Beatles definitely had a prehistory before America. They didn't just pop up overnight on the Ed Sullivan Show. So my particular area of focus in my collection is pre-fame. So I have a lot of items in there from 1960 to 62 when they were still a struggling band in Liverpool. Cavern Club cards, handbills, autographs, that kind of thing. Letters from Stu Sutcliffe, the first bass player, things like that.
Mark Nabishek, thanks so much for the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. Unfortunately, the exhibit not coming to North Texas, but we have a website with more information. Just go to our website, fox4news.com.